Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, November 21st. Nice weather will continue right through the end of the work week here in the east. Nice weather on Thursday for Thanksgiving Day parades up and down the East Coast. Lots of sunshine, moderately cool temperatures in the 50s generally in the mid-Atlantic region. Big changes coming, however, for the weekend as an Arctic cold front will sweep through the region late Friday night, ushering in very cold air for the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. That cold air will modify slightly early next week on Monday and Tuesday, only to be followed by another widespread cold air outbreak by the middle part of next week, and that'll extend from the Central Plains all the way to the East Coast. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. First of all, as has been the case for the last several days, high pressure continues to dominate the eastern third of the country, really all the way from the Gulf Coast up to New England. High pressure has been dominating the weather scene for the last several days. That western Atlantic low continues to slowly pull away out into the open Atlantic. Still some influence today with stiff northerly winds over the Outer Banks, but even that will diminish over the next 12 to 24 hours or so. And then the only real rainfall to speak of right now is out in the northwestern quadrant of the country, where they've been pummeled by storm after storm over the last several days. That will diminish also over the next 24 hours. Still some rainfall out here today, but improving conditions out in the northwestern part of the country over the next day or two. Here's the latest infrared satellite loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Here are the clouds associated with that western Atlantic low, again slowly pulling out to the open Atlantic. Lots of clear skies from the east all the way throughout the middle part of the country, and again that bodes well for Thanksgiving Day. All the parades that are planned will go off without any weather difficulties at all. Some low clouds and fog this morning right around the Chicago area. And that's important because, of course, it's a very heavy travel day. Thick fog right now, and it may take several hours for that to burn off. All the high clouds to speak of really are out in the northwestern quadrant of the country, where, again, there is still some rainfall occurring. However, things will improve over the next 24 hours after the series of Pacific storms over the last several days. Well, let's kind of walk through the cold air outbreak for the weekend. This is the computer forecast run for tomorrow evening, Thanksgiving evening. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. By this time, that next front, that Arctic front, is out over the middle part of the country. A little bit of rainfall associated with it. It will not be a major precipitation producer, but it will be a big it'll cause a big change in temperatures between Friday and Saturday here in the Mid-Atlantic region. High pressure continues to dominate the scene up and down the East Coast on Thanksgiving Day. No problem at all with the parades. That western Atlantic low continues to stubbornly but slowly move into the open Atlantic. And meanwhile, screaming northerly winds pouring in cold air into the northern plains. That all moves into the east by the weekend. Here's the computer forecast map for Friday evening. At this time, the Arctic front is heading into the east. There can be a couple of rain showers ahead of the front and along the front Friday evening, and then some snow shower activity is possible on Saturday in the mountains of Pennsylvania, for example, from central PA to northeastern PA in places like the Poconos. Much colder weather throughout the east on Saturday with strong northwest winds, and again those occasional snow showers downstream of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario in the higher elevations of the Mid-Atlantic region. If you're going to the Penn State football game on Saturday afternoon, bundle up. Temperatures probably in the low 30s with occasional snow flurries, snow showers, and winds of 20 miles per hour or more out of the northwest. Here's again that's northerly fetch of air coming from the heartland of Canada, central Canada. It'll be quite a break, a change from Friday. Ahead of the front on Friday, temperatures could actually reach 60 degrees in the Mid-Atlantic region, but Arctic air for Saturday and Sunday. One last map I'd like to show. This is from Alan Huffman's RaleighWeather.com website. This is the European model run from last night, actually the European ensemble run from last night, and this is for the middle of next week, Tuesday evening forecast. And here's that next widespread cold air outbreak showing up here by Tuesday evening of next week. And again, this will all continue to move slowly to the south and east spreading out from the Central Plains to the East Coast by Wednesday of next week. So not only a cold air outbreak for this weekend, but then a couple of days of moderation come Monday and Tuesday, only to be followed by another widespread cold air outbreak for the middle and latter part of next week. In fact, the last 2 days of November could really be very cold for much of the nation, well below normal. We'll have more on that as we close in on the end of the month. That's it for now. For the SIweather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.